Welcome back, anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return called Wild the Angler. So last episode, we managed to catch one Ohrid Trout. I am having a little bit of trouble seeming to get a second one here. I'm going to switch back to close to what we were using in the other spot. I'm just going to change up the... let me go for hook size of 3, and I'll go for... Let me just try the regular corn, see if that works a bit better for us. Actually, no, I'm going to try to cast that out a little bit better. Maybe I need to go into a little bit deeper water with that. Yeah, we'll try that there. So we caught the one Ohrid Trout. I did talk about that this is going to be the last weekend for Called Wild the Angler for now. Golden Ridge we probably won't come back to after this series is wrapped up. There is Troll Spur we could go to check out there, and depending on how requests or comments come in for such, I could go to maybe some other DLC maps. We'll see, again, how all feedback comes in. I just wanted to get a little bit of breath of fresh air and change up the channel's schedule for a couple of weeks or so, just since we had stagnated pretty heavily there. But yeah, once we can, or I should say, if we can catch this gold rank Ohrid Trout here, we should reach level 22. That'll let me buy hook sizes of number 2 and number 1, and then I can use those to go after some of the larger fish species, like the channel catfish, and I think a few others as well. I might also see about trying for that silver rank Lake Trout again, because I don't think I've actually completed that one yet. I think I got our gear upgraded, but I never actually went to try out and see if we could handle one, or bringing one in. I don't know how the fluke happened. I was able to get one the other time, unless maybe it was only a bronze one I had caught or something. But yeah, hopefully we can get an Ohrid Trout here, move things along, so at least the last episode has some content further done to it than last episode. But overall, I think it is a fair spot to end things off for the angler with how it's all gone. It definitely lasted much longer than the first series I did on the game had went. And most of the things I have commented about what I'd like to see, I think are more simple, just quality of life touches and additions, rather than there has to be a lot of big new stuff made for it. The game's polished itself up a fair bit since its first release, which truthfully did feel like an early access release, all things considered, with how far it's come. But yeah, I don't really have too much more to talk about that I haven't gone over last episode. So we'll just wait here, see if we can get a little bit of sign or activity in a bit. And then try something else in case this doesn't work for the Ohrid. And yeah, just let this episode play out, and then the series ends off. I do like that I was at least able to catch one of every species as well on this go. Because, for the handbook, I think the burbot got added later into the game. I don't remember if it was always there, but I do know I had never caught a lake trout before. I can see why, too, because of how strong gear you would need for them. But yeah, it was nice to be able to go back. I might not have a gold of every fish size, but we've at least gotten a silver of it all, so... Well, almost. The burbot, I still feel like it's missing some traits. It just says it's night owl, but because that's the only trait it has, I don't know any better way of narrowing down or trying to go for it specifically. Well, I'll give this another minute or two, see if anything happens. There are some parts where I question if the fish behavior is right or not. Okay, admittedly right now Actually, let me just quickly... I don't think I should mess with the recording at all to bring it up. There we go. Yeah, no, everything seems fine. Looking at the hook size chart, to go after the Ohrid Trout, I should also be able to catch cutthroat of the same size, as well as golden... And, well, I don't think we'll have any shovel-nosed sturgeon here. Walleye I could... I guess with going to a hook size of 3, there's not all that much in the lake here that we could probably catch. Although, it's weird that this water body doesn't have, the little symbol. But this one here does. Okay, you know what? I'm going to see if maybe trying back to a hook size of 4 will work better for it. Even if we don't catch the Ohrid, at least if I can catch something to say we have some content done in the last episode would be nice. There we go. It's pretty far out there. Hopefully that will let the Ohrids not be startled by us way over here. And something will strike that. Yeah, were there any fish species I would have liked to catch a bit more of? I am kind of surprised the kokanee salmon was as small as it was. Like, only needing a hook size of 5 to get the gold rank feels a little odd, because I thought they were a much bigger fish, but maybe not. But I would have liked to have spent a little more time trying to catch walleye, just because they are a fish that I have actually gone and caught myself. From Golden Ridge's listings, I've caught yellow perch, I've caught walleye, and I've caught northern pike. It's not a wide variety, but it's some fish. Apparently, mountain white, well, maybe not mountain whitefish, but whitefish do swim in one of the lakes, or in the one lake that I would go fishing at, just I never caught myself. Actually, I should check. I don't know, are they bottom feeders, or are they something else? I mean, these are mountain ones, but yeah, bottom lurkers, so maybe that's it. I wasn't able to get quite right for trying to catch them. But yeah, it's not a lot that I've gone for, but it is nice to know that some of the fish I have caught and fished for in real life, I was able to do so here too. And yeah, I never went after any of the legendary fish or whatever. I think there's like 3 in Golden Ridge. They want a big focus to go after. Truth be told, I also do want to kind of check back at Ruby River Range. I know there used to be missions or challenges that had, like, go for diamond-sized fish, but I don't know if you only unlock them once you complete all the other ones, or how it works. But Ruby River Range should be fully completed for all other missions, so I might just do a little quick stop back and see if there's anything there or not. Yeah, we're not exactly having luck on this. You know what? I feel like that's been enough time. If something was to go after this, it would have already. So I'm going to bring this in and switch out what we got on there. Let me change that out for the artificial corn. It did work on the other fishing spot. So maybe we can get it to work here for us. I just need to cast in a better area. But yeah, overall, I've enjoyed my time with the angler. There's nothing I really feel like we didn't hit in the series with how long it's gone on. I'm actually kind of surprised how long it has gone on for. Like, saving the last recording, I realized we're up to 44 episodes? Something like that with it, so yeah, we definitely got our fair share of time out of it. It probably could have been sped up much more if I had used the hook size chart for it, but you live, you learn, and hopefully the developers might catch one of these videos and decide, yeah, we're not going to put the full hook size chart in, but we will give the, like, smallest and largest possible hook sizes for each species, so that way you just have to play the game and you have a little bit of a reference there. That way you can let the player figure out what in that range goes for what ratings or rankings they have. But we'll just let this go on a little longer and let it all play out. When it comes to, like, the full map, my favorite area to fish, that's a tough one. Like, Emerald Lake Plateau had a few areas I liked. A lot of it, though, I think was more into, like, some of the smaller little bits there. Diamond's Peak felt a little bit basic. I mean, it is just, like, general area there. I think Ruby River Range had a bit of unique variety because it is kind of almost like desert fishing. Like, the area is pretty dusty and sandy in that, and you had a few interesting spots there. So, oddly enough, I think Ruby River Range was my favorite area to go fishing for this map. I mean, truth be told, though, the vistas of Silver Strand are nice, but it's not really the fishing aspect or, like, the water I'm looking at. It's all the nice big mountains and forest and that. Because, like, it's the most scenic of all the regions of this map, I would say. As for favorite fish variety, I think I gotta go for Silver Strand. Like, it has had a lot of different species we could go for. Lake Trout, all different trout species. Trying to think of what others. Actually, now that I think about it, a lot of trout species were challenges for Silver Strand. There's the rainbow trout, the cutthroat trouts, the Ohrid trouts, the lake trout. I've already said the lake trout, the golden trout. Wait, what was it called? Or was golden trout only Emerald Plateau? I can't remember. Overall, though, we have seen a fair bit of the map. We've crossed quite a bit of it. We've off-roaded and gone into the water a few times the comments have had fun with. But yeah, it's been a decent game. I'd probably suggest waiting for the angler to go on sale before picking it up, just because it does kind of hit a point where it does feel pretty formulaic, and you might run into this, where you know what species you're after, you have what should be the correct setup for it, but you just can't get any interest for what you're tossing out there. So is there anything else the handbook says that I could try or that I've got on hand? Eggs, redworm, crankbait, jerkbait. See, I'm trying both of the corns, but they're not working. I mean, I can try the redworm and maybe just try maybe deeper into the water with the float depth or the line. I do feel like the tackle box is a little frustrating to work with, just because, well, maybe not the tackle box so much that you only have one single inventory spot on the map. I think it's true for Troll Spurt as well, but as much as you can go find all these fast travel points, the only place you can change out your tackle box inventory is at the shop, which feels a little weird when you could have, again, just like these little storage lockers or something dotted each of the outposts, so that way. Nope. That thing leaping is probably what I'm trying to catch, to be honest. I think that was an Ohrid that leapt right by the float. We just can't get their focus on our line. But yeah, maybe some more storage lockers on the map, just so that we can change up inventory right in the locations, rather than go over, fast travel, shop, etc. there, then go back out. And that's about all. Like, one of the weird ones I find is they do give you 3 rod slots to start off with, which I guess does make sense. Float fishing, spin fishing, bottom fishing. But I don't know if you'll need that many more beyond that, or, I mean, as I've shown, maybe you only have like 2 rods on the go. Because your float and spin fishing can both use 1 rod, actually, and jig fishing. It's kind of, I'm trying to think of like how I would describe it. Like, I still don't know the ins and outs of jig fishing. If it is, you just kind of treat it like bottom fishing, but you have the extra, you keep holding the jig and just let it do its thing for a while. Actually, do I have any jigging equipment on me? No, I do not. I must have tossed it all back once I was starting on some other stuff. Yeah, kind of biting myself a little bit for having done what I've done, but it is what it is. We just gotta hope. I'll let that sit another minute or two and then bring it in and try. I'm not sure if I should try for another spot. Yeah, maybe I'll walk to the far side and try casting in. Sometimes it does feel like you're trying to catch one single specific fish in an entire water body, and that's why it takes so long to try to find the right combination. But I don't want to sound like a broken record and go over too much of what I've already said, so it's probably just going to be a little bit more of a quieter end to things out. There's not all that much more comment-wise I can really put forward that hasn't already been said, and probably said repeatedly. Gold rank catfish, silver rank. Yeah, I might try ending off with one for that silver rank trout. Truth be told, if it goes a little longer and I still haven't gotten the Ohrid trout from here, I might try this bottom fishing setup out for that lake trout, as I don't think I've tried with a stronger line yet. Or with this. Maybe this bright green line is the reason I'm having such trouble. Maybe the fish can see it and it kind of makes them wary. I'm going to pull that in. I'm just going to go for a little bit of a jog to the other side there. Try a couple of casts, see if anything does go for it or not. Maybe I'll try also setting the lure depth right to the very surface, because it seems like the Ohrid trout do like to jump, so maybe I have to make more of a, now, I'm kind of nervous seeing the marker there, because that makes me unsure if I do catch one, if it'll count or not. But yeah, I'll try it right at the water surface. Maybe a sign of the certain species jumping is that they are more top-feeding species, and they'll be more inclined to go for something at the top. Just what actually are the traits of the Ohrid? I don't think it's a bottom lurker, is it? No, easily spooked, jumper, last stand, and sun lover. So I have no idea. But yeah, once I hit 20-minute mark on the capture, if we don't have the well, maybe even if we do have the Ohrid, we'll head out for that Lake Trout, just to see if I can land one before we bring the series to a close. I know that's probably been the one I've struggled with the most when it's come to trying to complete the challenges. It's not that we've had issue with getting them on the hook. It's more so that our gear has never been quite strong enough to be able to bring that second silver one in. I still have no idea how I managed the other one. The only thing I can think of is maybe I was passive enough just to keep it so that I wore it out enough that I could reel it in. So I'll have to try to remember that when we go for it next. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any desire for anything to go after this. Like, smaller water bodies like this, I could understand. We don't see the fish activity on everything we toss out. But I think in the rest of the game, maybe that should be examined a bit better. Because even when we were going for, I think, some of the silver rank challenges, it seemed like there wasn't that much activity as we were trying to get the one we wanted. Now, when it came to, like, going after the silver rank burbot or the sauger, we had the largemouth showing up in fair variety. And I would happily take that. As long as you're at least catching something while you're trying to pursue the one, I think that's okay. But having moments where it is just, like, so long waiting of right hook size, right bait, but no activity of any sort is where this game does feel a little too sluggish. Sluggish, slog, however you want to pronounce it or say it. And yeah, you know what? I'll bring this in. I'm going to try moving down a little bit more. One more cast. And maybe I'll just set it to the default depth and see what happens. Like, the annoying thing is I can hear fish jump and strike at the surface. But nothing seems interested in what we've been casting out. So I'll probably give it a couple minutes or so here, just as I have been. See if we can get lucky, and then embark on our way. The nice thing is, actually, truth be told, the map for where we gotta catch the lake trout, I think is... no, it's not down here. I think it's actually this one right back here. No, hang on. Okay, I was going to say, the one fish that was just there, it looked like it had a red coloration like a cutthroat. So, if that's the case, that could be one I could catch here. Although, now I want to check, do the cutthroat actually like the red worms at all? Where is cutthroat? Oh, there. Yeah, there you are. Egg, spoon, spinner. Okay, they don't like red worms, so that's probably why I'm not seeing any of them going for this. At least there it makes sense. I'm not catching any of those because of the wrong bait. Right hook, wrong bait. Yeah, I admit I'm not going to miss this long wait for anything to happen. I have no idea how this next fishing game will be, but again, it's just going to be nice to switch it up a little bit for something else. And let me see and compare too. Like, truth be told, instead of going back to the angler, I could go back to something like Open Fishing XL, Fishing Simulator 2, stuff like that. I don't think I'd go back to Russian Fishing 4 unless they did change it so that way what you buy in the shop you can never lose. Just so that way it feels like your time is a little more respected for, like, if you are a free-to-play. Well, not even just free-to-play, but if you're also spending real money. Because, like, I think that also feels like a really weird one. You could spend real money on a lure and such, cast it out, and you literally lose what you bought. You can argue, yeah, sure, realism. But on the same token, you have to make it that realistic. And yeah, I got nothing here, so you know what? We're bringing you in, and we're going to chase something that's been eluding us for quite a while. Pop that. Yeah, it's right back there, so you know what? I think it's actually going to be easier just to grab the Jeep. No, actually, I got a tree I can report right here, too. We'll grab the Jeep, head back down to that lake, and see about that lake trout. That's another tree reported. Not that it really does anything, aside from some bonus experience if you get them all, and like 15 per. Wait, let's see. Who needs a road? We'll be fine. We didn't come up on a road after all. Actually, hang on, I gotta go south, don't I? Yeah, it's probably a good thing I stopped to check that, because I would have gone the completely wrong way. Alright. Who needs a slow sign? We're fine. See? Look at that. We're fine. Probably had half the vehicle on the... hanging over the edge of the bridge, but we got across. Although I am very glad the vehicle doesn't have repair bills, because that would probably bankrupt us very quickly in this series. Wonder how many vehicles I would have gone through if they, like, do have a point you damage them so much you can't use them. I was going to say, I'll just let the vehicle roll into the lake and hop out, but you have to come to a stop before you can hop out of it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we'll go for the sport one. And make a hard right. And just do a check. I'm not seeing the marker on the map, but I'm pretty sure it is this one. Okay, so let's see. That. I'm going to go for the Belta just to get the strongest we can get for this. And for... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. For silver rank lake trout, I need a hook size of 2. I'm going to try for a 3. Like, I think you can catch a larger rank on them, but I thought it must have been a bronze that I caught before then. We'll try our hand and see. I think it's that, yeah, how it goes is you can catch large on smaller, but you can't catch small on bigger. So you can't catch a smaller fish on a bigger hook size than they're rated. And, oh, that's a lot of line going out. And what is the bait I've got on there right now? Oh, actually, I gotta bring that in. Because I think I need to use corn for trying for the lake trout. Yeah, artificial corn yellow. I should have double-checked that. Whee, off you go. And we gotta wait for it to go all the way down again. Yeah, we'll try this for a couple minutes or so. Maybe we'll get stupidly lucky and catch a silver on this. Even if I can just pull in a bronze, I'll be okay with that. It's just felt like I've had so much trouble trying to land one of these suckers that it'd be nice to end off with one. And then again, Silver Strand has some beautiful vistas just in the backdrop as you're waiting on something. I'll just give it a little bit of time, see what happens, try to bring this last fish in, and end the series out. I'm not sure if I talked about my favorite fishing method. I'd probably have to say it is spin fishing, just because you are more actually active and engaged with it. You have different retrieval techniques to try out. It doesn't have to be you are using like all the controls with your mouse. Adding the control binds, the key binds to try the different techniques, I think has been a godsend for making the game much better and more approachable. But just being able to cast over and over, and it feels like you are actually having active input, is my favorite style of fishing. Because, I mean, I can see real life, you want to set up the stuff and let it go on its own while you're doing other stuff, but actually playing a fishing game, I feel like you want to have it so you're not kept waiting too long before you're actually fighting and trying to land the fish. As, again, these past couple episodes have shown, it can be a little slow going while you're waiting for activity. And yeah, I'll probably let this go for... I mean, just because of the nature of how bottom fishing is... Yeah, I'll close that now. And just give it a few minutes and see if anything does strike it. But I was talking about, I can't remember if it was, I think it was in the last episode about, like, other DLC maps. One I was kind of thinking of is maybe, like, fishing the Amazon River, South America. I could see that as another one with what we've got currently for, like, fishing styles. That could be another good one to try going for. Truth be told, I think if they're looking for inspiration of, like, what locales to try doing fishing map DLCs for, watching Jeremy Wade's River Monster series might be a nice one. Because, I mean, it features a lot of exotic and unique fish species, the locales it kind of goes into where they're found at and how he tries for them. And I think that could give you a lot of fuel for making up content for the angler. The only thing is, again, because of the lack of oceanic fishing and deep sea fishing, some things can't be done. But considering, like, a lot of his stuff has been to, or a lot of the series did cover, like, going to the Amazon for so many species like the arapaima, some catfish, stuff like that, I think that's very fertile grounds to do a DLC map for. But again, we'll just see how requests or such come in with the angler and if people would like me to tackle it further. And it's not looking too hopeful right now. I was hoping we might have even gotten like a little nibble at this point, but I'll give it another minute or two. I don't want to spend all day just sitting watching the rod tip. I mean, that kind of is how fishing can go, but again, you guys come here to actually watch some content, not just a screensaver and me rambling through it. I mean, usually. Sometimes I do wonder what you guys come here for, because like the quality of my videos does vary heavily. Whether it's the input, the voice, or just to comment and laugh, whatever you hear, come here for, I hope you find what you're looking for. Because certainly it's not the excitement. Yeah, it's looking like this will be a bust for Hope. We still got 1 minute to go, so maybe they'll get lucky and surprise me, but I'm really doubting it. My luck for... I wouldn't just say this weekend, but my luck for when we have had, like, the fish to tackle or target specifically, it has varied heavily on results. Sometimes it can be, like, first few casts, other times it seems like it takes, like, a full episode's length, and then we finally get what we were trying for. I thought I'd just open the bail arm because the depth was changing to the right there, but nothing else is going... Ooh, I spoke too soon. Right as I thought we were about to call it. 2, and this should be the strike. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It's definitely a lake trout. Okay, it's not able to take that much line from us, which is good. So I think I've just got to try to wear it out. There we go. Yeah, see if I can wear it down and bring it up. Yeah, we're probably going to see some spiking when it comes to the line stress. Because I'm going to try to get it so that way it's not able to pull any line on us. Once I see the tension dip, now I'll try that. Okay, truth be told, I don't know if it actually helped or not, because it's still really deep down there. Might even be the case I just want to play the long and... Actually, I can't play long and slow game because it is taking line out. But we're making it fight for it, that's for sure. Oh, but it... God, I'm up to 80% right now. The line is holding strong, which is good. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to see tension. Okay, so I can't... It looks like I want to keep around 90 for... I'm getting a little bit of depth back, but not really line returned. And I think this is just going to be a long battle of attrition. Like, it does gain some line back, but we're at least keeping steady that it's not gaining too much when it does get some in. Like, as soon as it lets up, we're able to get back a fair bit. Like, yeah, see, well, maybe not. It's a bit back and forth, but I might even just have to hold it here and just let this play out. Yeah, no, I think I'm doing that at the wrong time, because it's just gained more, God, I don't know. I don't know how I landed that other lake trout, because this is ridiculous. It's going to take out the full line again. So maybe I'm catching, like, silver ranks, or maybe even, like, a gold is striking. I don't know. It's really, really weird. Like, it almost feels like the friction brake changed entirely on me. Because, like... Yeah, it's going to snap the line. No, maybe not. Yeah, I don't really know what to say here. Like, I guess the lake trout are just that large of a fish that I'm not able to pull them in, but the friction brake, it feels like it bugged out on me, because we were having it pretty steady at like 55% or so, where it was very slowly taking line out, but then I sent it up way up, and instead of getting more tension to the line, it just took more line quickly. I feel like that was not how it was supposed to happen. Yeah, we're kind of stuck in this point where it doesn't seem like it's strong enough unless it really, really pushes to get off, but it's also has this infinite stamina that it's able to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's just never tiring out. Like, yeah, I can get a little bit back, and then, like, pushes it to the extreme. Come on, reel that in, sucker. Then I leave it. Yeah, this is really weird behavior right now. Then it goes to full, then it dies right down. I feel like I somehow bugged this out. Like, yeah, I can increase the friction brake, and that wasn't changing any of the stress. So, I have no idea what happened there. I am kind of feeling like... I mean, I know these are gold rank fish, so you want them to have some fight to them. But I also don't know if you want to have them for, like, it feels like they have stamina, like, infinite amounts. Like, okay, we're starting to get some line back. And now we've stalled. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I was going to say it might be completely tired out because we got so much back. Did the screen just jump for a second there? Maybe it's just like a lighting change, but it almost looked like... Okay, well... We're starting to get some... Actually, quite a bit of line coming in, which more than likely means we're going to lose it soon, too. Let's see if maybe this tired itself all the way out. Yeah, I think we might have managed to outlast it. Watch, we bring it in, it's just like a bronze rank. Oh yeah, we're really bringing it in now. Okay, let's get all this back that we can. Because it definitely made us work for it. Yes, I'm going to keep trying to pump the rod a bit, because that seems to be helping with inching more and more line to us. I really hope this isn't just a bronze rank, because then I have no idea how I managed to catch the other lake trout. If it is, it just goes to show how high of equipment level you need to land these. Oh. Okay, it's trying to fight right at the end here. So it's got, I think, a little bit of fight left to it. Oh, come on, you bugger. You've pushed us this far. Just give up. That's it, come on. Oh. Ah, it's just this last little leg, it got a little bit of breath back, and it's really making us push for it. I'm hoping once we can get it through to this last little bit, that it's here. Yeah, I think I just gotta work hard at... steadily trying to pump the line on it. Okay, we got it under 10 meters of line, so it's getting closer. Okay, I hear it. I don't see it yet, though. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's definitely a lake trout. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! What is it? Silver. So we did catch one, but whoo, even with our gear upgrades, it pushed us very hard for it. And yeah, that got us to level 22, but we likely won't really be doing anything there. The only thing I want to do is just stop in Ruby River Range and see if there is a diamond mission there, since we have completed all the other challenges. If not, then maybe you have to complete all golds before you unlock them. Or maybe it just doesn't have any diamond challenges there to pick up. Yeah, no, nothing here for, like, new challenges. So I guess maybe we have to unlock all golds, or it's not a thing. But we will end our series of Call of the Wild the Angler here for now. Definitely a good fight to end it off with, but I still feel like something went a little buggy with the, like, friction break there at the end. At least we did land it, and we got that done, though, so what we were struggling with for so long, we got completed. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode and this series. If you did enjoy both, be sure to give the video a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all next video or episode, anglers and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.